48 hours. What's your gripe? From New York, here is Dan Rather.
Good evening. It's only 18 days until Christmas, and right about now you may feel like you've spent every day since Labor Day in line, on hold, underserved, and overwhelmed. We've all noticed it. Service just isn't what it used to be. But is there anything you can do about it? Our 48 Hours team has been out doing what you don't want to do: shopping, phoning, haggling, and exchanging. They've talked to the pros and found out how to get what every shopper wants for Christmas: results.
Someplace to pay for this. A lot of good it's going to do me to stand here with nobody here. I couldn't even find anybody out there to
There's only
get some help.
We're extremely understaffed.
If you're busy shopping for the holidays,
Now it's like we're begging for help.
you may be feeling a little like Barbara Fratangelo of Long Island, New York.
It's not my fault that there's not anybody behind these counters. Nobody out there that on the floor that can help you?
What do I expect from the clerk? Service, good service, polite service.
Is there anybody else on the floor that can help us?
We're all in the back, and there's someone in the back.
Thank you.
Years ago, I can remember going into a department store and just walking through the door. There seemed like there was somebody there to say, "Can I help you?"
Excuse me, where will we find tablecloths?
Try the first floor in the basement.
But you're not sure?
No.
Well, I think the expectations have gotten so low that for the most part we don't even recognize bad service when we get it.
Marketing consultant Bill Fromm agrees with Fratangelo.
I couldn't get anybody to help me take one thing off of the top rack.
Service just isn't what it used to be. So stores hire Fromm to pose as a shopper, to point out what they do wrong.
Will you be done in a minute?
Sure, what do you need?
There were 4 or 5 people over there that were not being waited on, and she was much more interested in arranging the hangers.
Today in Chicago, at our request, Fromm put several stores to the test.
I was looking for a watch.
I want to talk to somebody that knows the merchandise,
What does it do?
I have no idea what it does.
and if I have a problem is going to do whatever it takes to solve it.
Do you know how to work it?
No, I don't. I can give you.
Most of the bad service that we see is not people physically or verbally abusing customers. It's benign neglect.
All of this is even more interesting when you consider that 74% of American workers work in the service industry, although it sometimes seems that about 100% of them wish they didn't.
You want lunch?
Fine,
thanks.
How are you today?
Not too good.
You're not too good. What's the matter?
Saying this hay fever thing is just not. It's bad. It's bad.
She didn't exactly put you in the mood to buy, did she?
This is horrible.
She's a human being. She's having a rough day.
I think that the store, if they create the right atmosphere and if they train the people properly, should expect that woman's problem should not become your problem and my problem.
If I can answer any questions for you about prices or size or whatever, I'm Sharon.
Fromm thinks this is what service really means.
It's very smart and just kind of good basics, so...
The better retailers that know how to do it well
Is there anything else here that
will
might...
approach you and ask you if they can help you, if you'd like to see anything.
Are you a 6?
And if you say, no, I'm just looking,
Let me just look through here then.
they need to get out of your space, but still keep an eye on you so that when you finally find that piece of clothing that maybe you are interested in, that you do have a question about,
It's a marvelous skirt.
when you look around, they see that you're now ready to talk to them.
This would be pretty on you because you're tall.
They're trying to sell you something.
This is a 6.
Isn't that refreshing?
This is me, and if
Oh, good,
you're
okay.
around or if you need me for any reason or have any questions...
In Fromm's mind, the customer really is always right.
There should be a better way than to have, you helping somebody look for something and me standing there just wanting to pay for something.
Or at least the store should act like it.
So she said, make sure you bring it back to the register that you paid for it at.
It goes back to the department that you got it from. Okay?
Most companies don't really think about what the lifetime value of a customer is. They look at you as you go into a store to make a $10 purchase as a $10 experience, not the tens of thousands of dollars that you could spend over your lifetime at that store if they took good care of you.
Now for Bill Fromm's ultimate test of retail service. His targets, 2 major department stores.
You'll notice that we were not greeted.
First stop, hidden cameras still rolling, Marshall Fields downtown.
The first thing we're going to do is find out where we can return this shirt that we bought at a different store.
Not, Fromm insists, an outrageous request.
The great service providers say to their employees, look, you have areas of authority, but you have a responsibility to exceed your authority when it comes to taking care of a customer.
Do whatever it takes to make this person happy.
Exactly.
I want to return this, if I can, please.
The shirt is in a Marshall Fields bag, but it came from a competitor a block away.
sure don't.
The receipt is mysteriously missing.
It's from where?
From Carson Piers.
How did you?
Because of the logo?
You can't take it back.
No.
Okay.
No, we can only take our merchandise, and this is not one of ours.
In another department,
I have a white shirt here.
this salesman did try to help.
I need a department and a class number. It's a Presswick and more. Well, that's the name of the brand here. Do you have a shirts like that?
Ultimately, the computer just wouldn't let him do it.
First of all, I wouldn't be able to override the computer, otherwise I would jeopardize, my job.
Desperate, he summoned his supervisor.
I can have my sales leader, try to approve it for me. Victor.
And Fromm tries to strike a deal.
Oh, Victor, I have a question.
Sure.
If I buy $1,000 worth of clothes, will you give me $19.95 for the shirt?
Unfortunately, if I don't have numbers for it, no, I can't.
Fromm was not giving up.
Can you tell me where I'd find the store manager?
You mean the manager of the entire store?
Manager of the entire store.
I don't know that he sees anyone. There's customer service.
He doesn't see anybody, you don't think?
I don't know. No one's
Well, where would I find him?
Floor 9.
Fromm finds his office tucked away on the 9th floor.
You get the idea that he does not get a lot of visitors.
But the manager is in a meeting.
Hi, can I help you?
An assistant manager, although very gracious, breaks Fromm's cardinal rule. Never blame the customer.
Some of the blame happens to fall with you. You're asking us to take back merchandise that's not even Marshall Fields. So first of all, we never even got the original sale on it.
Finally defeated, Fromm moved on to Nordstrom's, a store known for service extraordinaire.
This shirt was given to me, and I'd like to return it.
This time, a Marshall Fields shirt is in a Nordstrom's bag.
That's not a shirt that we carry, sir.
It isn't.
Yeah, the line actually, if I recall, is a house brand of Marshall Fields.
It's in that bag.
Oh, that means nothing. Bag's a bag.
It seemed Nordstrom's wasn't going to pass Fromm's always make the customer happy test either.
Maybe we can go down there and take it back for you. That's an option.
But not a good enough option for Fromm.
Can I see the store manager, please?
Is he going to take the shirt?
I don't know. I'm afraid to predict that anymore.
3.5 minutes later, the manager arrived.
I received this shirt as a gift. They said they bought it at Nordstrom. I'm in from out of town, and I'm from Kansas City, and I was going to buy a lot of clothes in your men's department. And I said, if I buy all those clothes, will you give me $20 for this shirt?
Sure we will.
Oh, you will, because they said they wouldn't.
Well, we will.
Oh.
That's easy to solve. Sue will take care of you.
What are you going to do with it since it's not your shirt?
We'll figure out something to do with it.
Oh, it was 19. Oh, including the tax? Okay, thank you very much. And this guy just, hey, it's $20. Let's not even talk about it. Come on. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. Here's the tax on top of it.
When we asked him why he took it back, he said, because I don't want you going back to Marshall Fields and having $20 in your hand standing in the middle of Marshall Fields, getting ready to spend money. I'll take the shirt back and bring the $20 back to the store, and Marshall Fields won't get it.
That only seems common sense. So why is really great service so rare?
There's somebody here to help you even get it down, right?
One of the things that's happened to consumers in this country is that we've become passive. We're sheep. We're just used to being herded around.
Salespeople are walking around, and honestly, if they can avoid you, I think they do. It's like you really have to get in front of them and say, hello, excuse me, can you help me? Where did she go?
Is there anything that customers can do to change this?
Well, the best thing they can do is vote with their pocketbooks and not go back when they don't get good service.
Try to find somebody.
They need to let the company know that they're not going to put up with that kind of service anymore, that they work too hard for their money to spend it in a place that doesn't care and doesn't even recognize that they're there.
No, there's nobody there.
I can't ring up for you. I'm sorry.